Hey, Edson and Spare Kevin, Zahara with another Town of Edson COVID-19 update. 1,828 new active cases identified in the last 24 hours, bringing the total active case count to 18,243. That is the highest in Canada. Ontario is the second highest, and they have 14,795. So quite a large gap there, and obviously they have a much larger population base. Alberta has the second highest infection rate in Canada at 406 per 100,000 people, behind Manitoba with infection rate of over 600 per 100,000 people. Right now, 533 Albertans in the hospital, 99 in the ICU, and this is the really concerning number. A positivity rate of 10.5%. So that is the amount of positive tests that are coming back from total tests that have been processed. In the last 24 hours, that number is at 10.5%. They like to see that number under 5. And we've seen that positivity rate increase throughout the week. So Dr. Hinshaw, deeply concerned about that. Here locally, also very concerning, we've seen another increase of 10 active cases to 44 now. So we have 44 active cases in the Edson region. That's deeply concerning, and we were expecting the numbers to increase as contact tracing is underway. We know we have literally dozens upon dozens of residents here in Edson and surrounding Elwood County under isolation, awaiting test results because they may have been in close contact with those that have been infected. First and foremost, our thoughts are with those that are dealing with COVID right now, that are at home sick. Obviously, with this virus, how this impacts individuals varies widely. Some people only have a little bit of nasal congestion. Others are deathly ill. Obviously, some people die from this. So it's really depends on the individual. So our thoughts are with those folks. Thoughts are with all those that are self-isolating right now. Please reach out to your friends and neighbors if you know that they have tested positive or they're self-isolating. See what you can do to support them at this time. 44 active cases is quite a large amount of cases in our area. Now, I've had the question because we moved into a high-risk category once we hit 30 cases, and some comments about, well, why are we not doing more as a municipality? So I want to talk about that here for a second to address that issue because it's an important question, an important issue to talk about. When we developed the mandatory mask bylaw back in August, there were no enhanced measures in place. Basically, Edson was free and clear, so we put a whole bunch of triggers at 10, at 30, 30 moving us into the high-risk category with a number of things that we were going to do. Obviously, we did the mandatory masking here a few weeks ago. But since then, the provincial government moved the Elhead region, Elwood County, and Edson into an enhanced status. So they did a number of different measures, things like the limits on how many people can access stores, things such as making sure you're not doing the social gatherings, all sorts of different measures they put in place. Some of those were part of our mask bylaw when we hit that high threshold. So when we moved into the high risk threshold under the bylaw, we had very limited things that we could do other than just closing down some of our facilities, which we've done. We've kept Repsol Place open for household rentals. That's continually reviewed. But as a municipality, we've done all that we can basically do at this point in time. Now it's up to the provincial government if they want to do more. They have to make the decisions regarding hospitals if they want to close those down. If there's going to be further shutdowns of businesses, which I truly hope we don't see, but I certainly understand it with the numbers that we have going on here. It is a fact that transmission in business settings and retail outlets is very, very small. There's a lot of information that gets thrown out there in terms of, well, why we're seeing these active cases in Edson. I can tell you Alberta Health Services doesn't give us any information on individual cases, but the information that we have been able to acquire has showed that most of these cases are associated with sports that occurred before those enhanced measures went into place. So in situations in which people were in close contact, maybe not physically distancing, families, if a family gets it, that's 4 active cases if they have 2 kids, a wife and a husband, or that's things of that nature. So I just wanted to clarify that as well. Exact details of of those cases are not released by Alberta Health Services. But we do know that a number of those individuals are associated with those types of activities. So the other thing I do want to talk about is that we have now had 3 cases with staff at the Civic Center test positive. Three staff have tested positive. Our thoughts and our prayers are with them. With that, the Emergency Coordination Center has met and has decided that the town office is going to be closed not only to the public but to staff as well in order to prevent the spread. Staff are now going to be working from home at the Civic Center for the next 2 weeks. Another deep clean of that facility is going to occur. We can't afford to have our critical services and infrastructure compromised because of this virus, which is obviously a concern. Safety of our staff, obviously a concern. Safety of the public as well. So staff are going to be working from home for the next 2 weeks on the recommendation of the Emergency Coordination Center. It's actually a recommendation of the provincial government that those in enhanced areas, when there's the opportunity to work from home, should be working from home. So we are going to enact that. We are expecting possibly seeing more cases with our staff at the Civic Center. But hopefully that doesn't occur. But just in case, we have to take all the necessary precautions at this point in time. Dr. Hinshaw spoke about that today, urging everybody to be super vigilant this weekend, staying at home, staying to yourselves, not socializing, because these numbers are not what they are wanting to see right now. We're lucky. We have some beautiful weather, so an opportunity to go check out our trail systems and our parks where you can physically distance from one another and be safe. So on that note, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, Edson. Stay safe, take care of one another, and I'll have a further update for you as required.